What's going on, everybody? Jeep Banerjee back here for another YouTube video. I know it's been a long hiatus that I've been gone for, but guys, believe me, it's been crazy. Q4 is here, and as you guys know, anyone that's in e-commerce knows Q4 is absolutely insane. My time has just been going crazy with, helping out my students for Q4, building up my own brands for Q4. So things got out of control, wasn't able to hop on YouTube as often, but I'm back here trying to drop a video once a week with some value bombs for you guys. And today you guys are going to love what I'm going to teach you guys, okay? So what we're going to be talking about today on this video is how to look like a big brand and behave like a big brand with a small budget, right? So a lot of people are like, hey, G, you're always talking about branding. You're always talking about building a brand and doing all these things. But the biggest challenge that, a lot of people tell me they have is I don't have that much money, right? So I want to show you guys some things that you can do on a small budget that'll help you look like a big brand without spending the big bucks. Okay, so if that's something that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. We're going to dive right into it. So let's go ahead and do it. As always, guys, just so I know you guys really appreciate my videos, please feel free to, like my videos, comment any questions, concerns, anything like that. And as always, please subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so that you guys know as soon as I drop a video. All right, let's jump into it, right? So I'm going to share with you guys my 5 biggest tips for looking like a big brand on a small budget, even if you aren't a big brand, okay? And when I'm talking about big brands, I'm talking about the things that, the Fashion Novas, the Forever 21s, the Robert Wayne Footwears, the Foot Lockers, the big companies do, right? These are some things that big brands do that allow them to be so successful, and I want to share them in depth with you guys, but I'm gonna share my top 5 tips with you guys, okay? So let's jump right into it, okay? Tip number 1, killer customer support, okay? Big brands and just good businesses in general, right? It doesn't even have to be e-commerce, it could be any business, have great customer support, okay? If you guys wanna make it in the long run of running a business online that's successful, it's gonna come down to your customer support, okay? That's what literally separates the great from the good businesses, okay? So now you're probably saying, okay, easy enough, right? No, let me tell you the links that I go to, and I do it pretty well on a good budget, but these are the links that I go to, to create great customer support, right? So for each of my brands, I have one customer support rep live around the clock, okay? So you're probably going, man, Jeet, I can't work my employees 24 hours a day. No, you don't have to work your employees 24 hours a day. So what I've done is I've set up 3 employees that work on 8-hour shifts with a backup customer support rep, okay? So pretty much Monday through Sunday for 8 hours, I've got one rep that's covering one shift. Then once their shift ends, another rep comes in and covers their shift for the next 8 hours and so forth. So 24/7 customer support is a real thing with my brands and my businesses, right? Because I've got 3 reps in place to do that. Now you're probably wondering, okay, what happens if one of these reps don't show up for work one day? What I do is I keep a backup rep, okay? And the way the backup rep works is that they're on my payroll and they're on an hourly basis. And I told them, I give them little tasks here and there, different things to do, almost like a VA. And anytime someone's missing or calls out, I plug that VA in and I tell them, hey, here's your time to shine. You're gonna get paid hourly. Here's your 8 hours shift. Cover it, okay? And by doing this, guys, it's going to be huge, right? If someone has a question, they're going to get an answer right away and they're not going to forget about making a purchase with you, okay? Because a lot of people have this problem where their customer support teams don't respond for a day, 2 days, 3 days, etc. And if you don't have the budget to spend or hire 3 customer support reps, maybe you do 16 hours a day and you have one rep that does 8 hours a day, right? And you don't have to be on it 24/7 because you're not going to get messages and requests 24/7 unless you're like a massive brand. But you just keep it open, you keep attentive to it, and anytime someone messages, boom, you've got the great customer support to deliver, okay? Tip number 1, okay? Number 2, you must have a consistent social media presence, okay? And here's what I mean by this, right? I'm not talking about, the drop shipping pages on Instagram or the people that build a quick little page on Instagram and they post 15 times in one day and then totally forget to post, right? Big brands do not do that. Big brands have a consistent posting schedule. Now, you don't have to post every day if you don't want to, right? Big brands don't necessarily do that either, right? But you need to have a real social media presence, okay? So stories, highlights, a good curated profile, good engagement, commenting with other people, following other profiles, responding to your customers' comments. All of these things create an authentic and real social media presence, and you should have a consistent number of times that you're posting. You shouldn't just post 15 times when you open up your brand page and then never post again, right? For some of my brands, we post every 2 to 3 days, right? And we post customer photos, user-generated content. We post, future product launches. We just post news in the industry, whatever it is. It's making sure that we create an authentic and engaging presence through social media so that our customers believe who we are, okay? So, number 3, right? We're on number 3. I'm losing my mind for a second there. All right, we're on number 3, okay? Third big tip to be a big brand on a small budget: great logos, okay, guys? If you guys don't have a great logo, it's going to hurt you. Think about any big brand that you know: Pepsi, Coke, Walmart, Target, any of these things. Before you can even think of their company name, their logo comes to mind, okay? Great brands have great logos, okay? You can go on a website like Fiverr and invest $5 to $10 for a professional illustrator or graphic designer to create you a beautiful logo, okay? So even if you're probably saying, hey man, I don't have the skills to, or the tools or the softwares to do it, no problem. Find someone on Fiverr that's artistic and can do it, or take a pen and paper, sketch it out, and send them your sketch of your logo, and they can put it into life. And all you got to do on Fiverr is just go on there, search, looking for graphic designer, looking for illustrator, looking for someone to create logo, and boom, you'll have somebody there to do it, okay? So that is tip number 3, okay? Tip number 4, and this is such an easy tip, literally doesn't cost you anything, but people just don't put the time in to research it, is choose colors carefully, okay? Depending on the industry, depending on the niche, depending on who you're selling to, there are certain colors that will always outperform other colors, and there are certain colors that will make your brand look better than if you used other colors, right? So for example, like if you're in the space of business offers, right? Blue is a big color in that space. And you're probably going, gee, what the heck, why blue? Well, number 1, it's very comforting, and blue creates trust and shows honesty, okay? So these little things go very far. Successful brands use certain colors for specific reasons. They're not just throwing out random colors, right? They don't just go on the color wheel and pick 2 colors and say that's what our brand is going to be. No, that is what dropshippers do. That is what people that have no idea what they're doing are doing. Everything that you do within your business, and this isn't just even a big brand tip, this is like a life tip for business and entrepreneurship. Everything that you do in your business should be done for a reason. If you ever catch yourself doing something where you're like, oh, I'm just doing this cause, you already lost, guys. That is not the way to manage a successful business. Everything should be done based on data and informed decisions, okay? So choose your colors carefully, do your research, see who your audience is, and pick colors that they're going to resonate with, they're going to trust, and they're going to feel comfortable with, okay? Your website is like a house, okay? You want to design the website in a way where people are going to feel comfortable, just like you would design a house for comfort, right? You wouldn't design a house that's all raggedy and stuff, right? People just don't do that, right? So think of it the same way. Number 5, the most important thing, recycling user-generated content for marketing and promoting your customers to give you user-generated content, okay? So not everyone has a budget like I do where I can spend, $5,000 on a 2-day shoot and shoot some high quality studio commercial type stuff, right? So a lot of people have that, but you don't need to have that in order to be looking like a big brand. User-generated content is huge, okay? If you can send your customer a free product or give them a discount or something like that, and in exchange, they'll create some, marketing material or quick video or quick photo that you can use in your advertising, your branding, your website, all that good stuff, that is gold. That is the secret, okay, to being like a big brand on a small budget, right? You could spend maybe a couple $100 and get maybe, 30, 40 photos and videos and whatever else you need from potential customers, right? That's user-generated, real, authentic content that now you're not, stealing footage from YouTube or stealing other people's material, and use that for your own marketing. Now you look like a big brand, right? People want to buy from real people. Never forget that, okay? So those are my 5 tips for looking like a big brand on a small budget. even if you don't got the big bucks, okay? So thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, show me some love down below. Other than that, as always, show me that you guys appreciate my content by just hitting me with the subscribe button, nothing more, and turn on post video notifications so that the next time I drop a video, you're the first to find out. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you guys have a killer Q4.